Folks, today's topic will involve no buffoonery, no chicanery, and no skullduggery, for today's discussion is of the utmost importance and involves a very serious topic. Rhinedottir. Is she a traitor? Has she turned her back on the gift bestowed unto her by the heavens and has started collaborating with the Tsaritsa?
Good move. Still, I do hope you truly understand the nature of the game you're playing.
The answer at this moment in time should squarely be we don't know, so let's start discussing with timing, as in, when did this meeting between the two take place? Now, this question only matters insofar as did this meeting happen before or after Rhinedottir fused with Naberius. This one we should rectangly know the answer to, by looking at some important clues, the first being the gnosis we see captured, and it's all of them. Every single gnosis is here, bar the pyro-gnosis, which is missing, Animo and Electro, Geo, Dendro and Hydro, and finally, the Cryo one, which means this meeting between the two takes place at the very least after the events of Fontaine. Now, given Rhinedottir found the heart of Naberius shortly before the start of the game, quote, "But one day deep in the heart of a dungeon, master and apprentice discovered an artifact known as the Heart of Naberius, and with that, his master disappeared, leaving naught but a note, a recommendation letter, and a classical text behind. And it was shortly thereafter she devoured Naberius, making her sane."
どうやらナベリウスを飲み込んだ後、母はようやく安らぎを得たようだ。もしそうだとしたら、僕は心から嬉しく思うよ。彼女だって生まれた時から狂気じみていたわけじゃないからね。
Now, given what we see before the Tsaritsa is a calm and collected and sane Rhinedottir, odds are, at this point she's fused with Naberius, who should be listening in to everything, which means Naberius is either in on the betrayal, either willingly or unwillingly, or this is not a betrayal at all. Let's not forget the de facto leader of the Shades in the wake of the Heavenly Principles being asleep appears to be Ronova, who made this declaration at the end of their meeting shortly before the events of Nod Cry.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
Now, given this, should it really come as a surprise we see two Shades are now involved in the events of Snezhnaya? Sure, Rhinedottir's interaction looks a bit friendlier than Ronova's, but, you know, maybe that was the point, to disarm the Tsaritsa. Rhinedottir is a Khaenriah, after all, and the Tsaritsa is a Khaenriah bunny, so perhaps having her head to meet with the Tsaritsa would have greatly set her at peace a little bit, given she's old friends with Piero, and the Tsaritsa's, dead fucking family were apparently Khaenriahs. Now, as far as why neither the Tsaritsa nor Piero would harbor the same rage toward Rhinedottir, a sinner that someone like the captain had,
then bear witness to my resolve and hatred. The people of Khaenriah committed grave sins, and for that, we were cursed to suffer endless physical torment, cursed to witness the demise of everything we held dear. But most of us were innocent. Most of us knew nothing of the five sinners' exploitation of abyssal power, myself included.
Blue's Clues. Well, for one, they're not as honorable as the captain, that's for sure. See, Capitano was mad because he knew good and hell well those motherfuckers ruined everything, okay? Let there be a lesson in all this, alright? A lesson that's perfectly applicable to the real world. No one gives a fuck about a nation committing a genocide until they try to take that shit global. You think it crossed Celestia's mind that they gotta put down Khaenriah for wiping out the Crimson Moon Rice? I don't give a fuck, bro! It wasn't until the bastard sinners of Khaenriah tried making that shit triple platinum global sensation that Celestia went, well, now hang on a second, guys. This is just a bit unreasonable. They had to turn into fucking Bob the Builder and start busting out the nails from the tool belt. This whole situation is odd to me, man. It feels like the Tsaritsa is mad at the fire department for putting out the fire while destroying the home instead of being mad at the fucking arsonist for starting the fire. She's playing chess with the nigga, bro. Anyway, given what we established earlier, which our Rhinedottir should already be fused with Naberius, and Ronova saying, let's take action, guys, I think this is what this is. This is what this meeting is. An old acquaintance who's now a shade dropping by to see what's poppin' with an old friend and reporting back to Ronova like the good little shade she is. Yep, that's what's going on here. What's next on the agenda? I mean, look. Listen to the way she spoke about the Tsaritsa at the meeting. It sounded like, she wrote fucking Piero a letter of recommendation to work for the Tsaritsa.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsa has helped him let go of his past obsessions.
Now, there was that one bizarre hypothetical she proposed.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either. My dear Rhinedottir, you know I cannot allow you to think that way. It was purely hypothetical, Naberius.
Purely hypothetical. There we go. Right from Horsey's mouth. But even if it wasn't, Naberius was right there to check her. So I find it highly unusual that if this was a legitimate betrayal, Naberius would not immediately start running to the other shades. Now, yes, in Naberius' own words, she lost her own agency when fusing with Rhinedottir.
Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval.
But at the same time, she still managed to show up for Nahida's, flash meeting despite Rhinedottir apparently not being there unless she was just, there silently. Further, listen to Rhinedottir's words. All she said was something to the effect of, listen, Tsaritsa, I hope you know what you're doing.
Still, I do hope you truly understand the nature of the game you're playing.
Guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Understand the nature of the game you're playing. Folks, call me delusional, call me Mr. Cope. That sounds like a threat! She, as a shade, is threatening a lowly Archon. She's reminding the Tsaritsa what happens to the foes of the heavenly principles. They get killed. They get erased. They get dismembered in their paw to use as chess pieces. They get nailed. They get cursed. They get forced to kill themselves. So all this meeting is, from one Khaenriah turned shade to a Khaenriah lover, is a friendly reminder to watch your motherfucking back. And I know in some other languages she says something, closer to the effect of, I hope you know how to win this game. And I mean, yeah, I would hope that too. Given the risks are so high, I also hope the Tsaritsa knows how to win. Otherwise, you're just marching, headlong down into the fucking gulag. And at that point, it's easier to jump from the top of Zapoljarny Palace than if you want to, there's easier ways to die. It's essentially what she's saying. No one, not even I, certainly not Celestia, wants to punish people. It wants to punish evil, and the Tsaritsa winning or even attempting to play her game would make her evil and a prime candidate for a nail. And Rhinedottir is on a mission from the heavens, is testing the waters of the Tsaritsa. That's what's going on here. Good day and good night.